transparency is going to be very important, right? Because you want to give some direction towards what the fair price is. So if you're a fund like SpiceBC, we started publishing the NAV, and when we did the fundraising, people ask us, how are you gonna, how people are gonna know how much is worth the fund? And we said, well, we'll publish the NAV. And they were like, what? You'll publish the NAV? That's like the most secret thing like any VC has. Like no one wants to know how much the NAV is, because if it's not growing at the right speed, then you're embarrassed, right? So, and we said, well, but if we're going to be traded and we're going to provide liquidity, you have to give some indication.
Can you just, I'm sorry to interrupt, NAV, please, for everybody.
Yes,
what's your NAV?
So the NAV is the net asset value of a fund, right? Yeah, so it means how much is worth at a particular point in time all the assets that you have. So when you raise money for a fund, you raise, let's say, $20 million. At the beginning, the NAV is $20 million because you have, unless you're raising crypto and maybe it changes, but if you raise in fiat, let's say $20 million, then you invest. And then as you invest, the value of those companies you invest in goes either up or down. So the net asset value of your fund changes, right? Now that's the real indication of how much the fund is worth before you wait for exit. So if someone wants to exit before because they want to sell the shares on the fund, the most accurate representation of the value of the fund is the net asset value. Yeah. So unless you disclose that, there's no way people on the exchanges will know, how much it's worth. I think we're mixing two things. We're mixing transparency and information about the underlying asset, which I think is great and everyone needs to do it, versus, because you have more than 2,000 shareholders, you need to report like if you were Facebook with $600 billion market cap. I think that is somewhere in between.